eons ago, the continents drifted, and they hit together, and they buckled up, and that shows them buckling, and the Washington Mountains just north of here were once flat lying and are now tipped up like that. And then they pulled back apart and left a deep-seated rift, or rip, in the earth. And after time, there was earthquake faulting across that weak spot, and it allowed volcanic material to come to the surface from like 100 miles deep. When the volcano came through, it picked up diamonds and brought them to the surface. So what you have out here is 37 acres of plowed volcanic rock. It looks like dirt. It used to be rock. They plow it, and they just plowed it last week. And when they plow that rock, it releases the diamonds that are inside. And what most people do is they come in, they're all excited to find their own diamond, they head out to the field and don't know what a diamond looks like. Everybody's seen a cut diamond, but doesn't know what an uncut diamond looks like. So I want to show you some. There are white, yellow, and brown diamonds here. By white, I mean clear. And this is an 8.82 carat that was found here. I did not find that. I wish I had. This is a 5.47 yellow. This is a 1.5 carat brown, black, the black beauty diamond. These are, okay, I found 178 diamonds here at the state park, and I found some outside the state park. That's another story. But these are my two biggest, 2.04 carat yellow. It looked just like that when I found it. This is a 2.13 carat brown, my goodness. It cut to a 1.25 carat marquee. And yes, this has been cut. So the diamonds can be cut from here. I prefer the uncut shape. I think it's gorgeous. I mean, it makes me just salivate. So this is my big 204 yellow Easter sunrise diamond. I found it right before shutting down for Easter weekend. Wow. This is no big deal diamond, but it's naturally heart-shaped white. It's about 2/3 of a carat. And I decided to keep that one for me. So you can look at it and pass it around. This is one I wear all the time. And one thing you might hear a lot here are points. So there are 100 decimal points of weight per carat. So a 1 carat diamond has 100 points in it. Well, this is a 2-point diamond. So times 1/50th of a carat. But I love it because look at that gorgeous shape. Those contour lines are the fingerprints that identify it as a genuine USA diamond. Now, this diamond is 102 times bigger than this diamond. So just to compare, it's small, but this is an 11 point, and I love it because it's a shield shape. And I found it the day before I found this one. So I sold it right away. And then later I thought, oh, you should have kept that one. Don't you keep some instead of just selling them all. Well, Sam Johnson, who owns Kadoha, bought a guy's collection, and it was in it. And said, hey, Sam, could I buy that? He said, oh, no, it's my collection. It's not for sale. And I said, come on, I'm the guy that wrote the book on diamonds in Arkansas. And this is the 4th edition. 4th printing, and I'm working on the 5th one now because I want to update everything. But this is a 3/4 carat yellow diamond I found in the summer of '78. But anyway, these are now out of print, but I'm working on rewriting it, except I keep wandering away from the desk that I'm supposed to be writing on. I do other things, but in addition to the book, I've written some magazine articles, and this is one for Gold Prospector magazine. Had a gem issue eons ago. I can't even remember how many years. Anyway, they asked me to write an article, and I did. And they said, we need pictures to go along with it. So I sent them a whole bunch of pictures, and I didn't know what they would use.
The diamonds fell out from the country.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, you put your pocket knife back away. I see the pry marks on it. This ring you just saw named Gold Prospector magazine, and then these other diamonds I found as well. But one thing I want to point out that is in here, because we're talking about finding artifacts and things. My friends and I, this biggest diamond, the 2 carat brown, was found under this old ancient water pipe. It is so old, I think it was 1907. Diamonds were first found here in August of '06, and they wanted to pump water from the Little Missouri River up here. And what did they use in 1907? A wood lath pipe. It's probably cypress wrapped or slats, it's whiskey barrel technology. Slats of wood with wire wrapped around it under tension, and we dug it up, and here it is in the museum. I'm proud to have something I dug out of the ground in a museum. But I wondered, how would you couple together a wooden pipe? So here's the coupling, and that's what fascinated me. That's why I'm pointing to it. It's like, at the time, I thought, okay, here's the coupling. We dug it up and found it. How's it work? So once we got it cut and out of the ground, I'm going to put this back on before Murray runs off with it.
Yeah, right.
I just brought 3. I think you want me to go grab all of them? I didn't figure we could haul more than a couple at a time anyway. Or you already bring the wagon down here?
Oh, no.
You can't bring that wagon down here.
Well, you'd have to come around that way.
Hey, Mike.
I'll go get the bucket.
You know, my wagon would be really good for hauling these buckets. Of course, I left it up there.
You're in the swamp.
The wagon would carry it.
They should have like 4-wheel drives that drive down here and pick them up for you.
I would really help. That's why. This volcanic material that you're digging up can be cracked and fractured. And then the water running across it, the diamonds drop down in the ground and bring that. So by you pulling those things out and getting the stuff in between, you can find something. I like that. That's lamprey. That's volcanic material.
That's what you should be digging.
No. You want grass.
Yeah. Glenn Worthington?
Yes.
I know my hands are all wet.
That's all right.
Glenn, you have a website.
Yes.
And that you also have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And the YouTube channel is named, what's it?
Genuine Diamonds in AR. AR for Arkansas.
And I'll tell you what, he has brought us out here today and he has given us the full tour inside of the visitor center and took us through all of that and taught us what we need to look for, first of all.
Yeah.
And gave us the history of how all this area got started.
1906, the first diamonds were found. And then shortly after that, they started commercial mining. And they commercial mined up into the Great Depression era when the demand for diamonds, price of diamonds dropped off. And so they shut down.
And then after that, then it kind of picked back up. And now it's when did it become a state park?
In 1972. Yeah.
Right. And so they come through here now, and it's $15. You can come out here all day long. They got buckets and wagons and stuff you can rent. But I tell you what, if you can go and watch his YouTube channel first, because you're going to learn what you need to look for and how to do it properly. Because honestly, you know, you sent me some videos to watch, and we watched a few on our own. And then having you here to kind of show us what to do, I think gave us, I mean, we didn't find any diamonds today, but I think it gave us a step ahead.
If people will learn, you know, at home before they come, it'll shorten the learning curve and then save you, make your time here more productive. You know, like if you're on vacation or limited time, study ahead of time.
Yeah.
But when you do get here, stop in the museum and look at the diamonds they have on display. Then you know what to look for. Not only the luster and the shape and the color, but also the size. Because I think people come out here looking for a golf ball size, and that'll be nice when somebody does find one like that, but most of them are much smaller.
Yeah, and really, honestly, a lot of them that we looked at were very, very small.
Yeah.
I mean, they were so tiny, I don't know that I would bother. Because really, I mean, what do you do with those little specks?
It's just a souvenir to say I found a diamond in Arkansas, but I like them big enough to be able to put in jewelry or something.
Yeah. And you found, how many have you found here?
Here, 178.
Wow.
And my 2 largest were over 2 carats.
That was before being cut. And you had the one cut that's on your ring.
No, this isn't cut. It's still uncut.
Oh, is it really?
It's about 2/3 carat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a heart shape, so just had it mounted the way I found it.
Now, I do have a picture of that. I did get a picture when you were showing your picture.
Oh, good.
That's the heart one we saw in there.
Yes.
That's nice.
It's 62 point, 100 points in weight per carat, so almost 2/3 carat. My wife's got a 78 point yellow that's uncut, so it's a little over 3/4 carat. You got to have your wife's diamond a little bigger than yours. And but I found it back in 1978. It's set uncut.
Right.
I prefer to set them uncut, but my biggest diamond, the brown rice diamond, it looked like a grain of rice, and it didn't have the luster that most of them do. And I found out that was because when it was cooling, when the magma was cooling, it came into close proximity with a radiation source. Now all the radiation here has since dissipated, so you don't have to worry about that, but there was some at the time. Anyway, we had it cut, and it just looks a lot better cut.
Yeah, I imagine so. And that's the thing that, like we've Christina and I have found a lot of quartz. And the quartz tends to have more sharp edges and be squared off or whatever. So what you're actually looking for is something that's smoother and has those faces on it.
Yes, and a cut diamond has facets. A natural diamond has faces, and it's a natural contour, and it's just the crystalline structure of a diamond, and it's beautiful. I love it.
You said you can see right into them, so and it shines. I think somebody had said something about shining like headlights are on.
Yeah, it looks like it has its own light source in them. They're so lustrous.
Yeah. And you were saying that a lot of times, I remember listening to you, that some people dig, and they dig in the troughs, and they go, and you've seen, I've got a little video of the guys plowing. He's actually over there now. He's running the disc around plowing it up, and they do that.
As possible, but the weather doesn't always permit. It gets too wet.
Yeah.
And but yeah, they're not out here plowing all the time.
Not like they have been.
Yeah, it's been a while.
But a lot of people will. I heard dry sifting, and then we were doing the wet sifting over here with the troughs that you see people doing behind us here. But also, you said that a lot of people will find the bigger ones on top after they've
surface searching, just walking along, seeing it on top of the ground. None of my 178 diamonds were found the easy way. Mine were all digging and washing, but I've got a friend who surface searches and has found them that way. Wow. But he has also found a lot more by wet sifting.
Okay. Yeah.
But he found his biggest one, a 6 carat, 35 point, 6 1/3 carat, on top of the ground.
There's a lot of places in town. As Christine and I were coming through in Murfreesboro, we found a lot of places that rent equipment, wagons, and believe me, you do want to get one of those wagons if you can. They got the wagons, the buckets, the screens, and they got and I showed on here a little video of where we started with a 1/2 inch. I was using your green ones, 1/2 inch down to 1/4 inch down to 1/8 inch down to 1/16, which is like a window screen.
Exactly right.
And sift it all the way down, because that's where you're going to find. If you find them in the big one, that'd be great.
Yeah,
because you got a big diamond. But I mean, so it's a whole process, and so something that I've learned from you talking to us today is that come prepared to work, because it's not an easy task. And you get one of these big 5-gallon buckets, don't fill it all the way up like I did on the first one, because carrying it all the way from over there to over here is a chore.
It is. Yeah, it is heavy.
Yeah. But it's a lot of work. But you know what? It's fun.
It is.
It's
really
rewarding work.
And when you do find a diamond, you think, wow, I really earned that. I mean, you can really put your name on it, because you got your blood, sweat, and tears in. There's just so many stories that are like unbelievable, but unbelievable things happen here. So one thing I had to do when writing the book was sort fact and fiction, because you'll hear fishing stories, just, and you got to see what's the truth. But I've really boiled it down to what's verifiable and what is true, and fascinating stuff. Miracles happen out here, amazing things.
Well, we heard this, somebody just yesterday or a day before yesterday found, I mean, there's 2 a day on average, I guess, as they say, they find, but somebody just found, turned in 5, registered 5 the other day.
Right. 838 diamonds were found here last year.
838. Yeah. That's amazing. It really is. So
there was a man in January, a man from France, Paris, France, came here, had only been here a half hour for the first time in his life, and found a 7 carat diamond. laying on top of the ground.
What the heck?
Yeah. I mean, beginner's luck. Yeah.
Well, we didn't get that lucky, but
No.
I'll tell you what, we still had and it's only noon, and I'm telling you, I'm tired. I mean, we've worked and carried mud and dirt and gravel over here, but it has been a lot of fun, and I can't thank you enough.
Well, I really enjoyed meeting you both, and
We're gonna get
it's
to
been
see you
fun.
later on
Oh yeah,
at
yeah.
Treasure Fest.
Yes,
So we're
absolutely. I'll
gonna
be
get to spend more time with Glenn over the weekend, and so you'll see more video as we go around and of Glenn. And we're doing the Treasure Fest. This was just the early day. We didn't. We got the meet and greet tonight.
Yes,
And
I'll be
then
there.
Saturday you'll be there. Good. And then Saturday and Sunday for the digging. And you have a booth. You have a booth over there.
Yeah, for
All right.
tonight and tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much.
Good, thank you. We'll see you there then.
All right.
Enjoyed meeting you.
Now these they got different amounts. You put I think this is half inch, this is quarter inch, and this is 1/8 inch, and this is window screen, which I don't know, 16th I guess. That one's on the bottom. Smallest on the bottom, largest on top, like so. Now these are all Glenn's. There, put them in there like that. And this is our spoils bucket, or what we dug. Take all this, dump it right in the top. And you sift it around with your hand to get all the big stuff out. Probably should be using glove.
Bum dinger. I'm a good finder.
Now this is the quarter inch. Don't see any diamonds in this one. Now we're down to 1/8 inch.
Oh, there's that thing.
There's what thing. Now this is the 1/8 inch. All right, from the 1/8 inch here. And I don't see anything shining out. He said it was like a car headlights on you, right? Alright. So that is a dump. Now we got the fine stuff. So all the heavy minerals, like diamonds and whatnot, go to the bottom. Now, we've taken that down, let the water drip out, and we flop it on the table, and all the heavy minerals and diamonds and whatnot go to the center,
Alright, so we're coming right now.
if there is any diamonds.
We'll take her to the top.
Daddy, I need some more. I need some more.